Ladies and gentlemen, I have been talking about the December 15th, 2019 through January 15th, 2020 period for a year. Cranky Weather Guy has been talking about the upcoming storm period for an entire month, and now we're here. And so, in about 2 days, we'll be looking out for major floods, major tornadoes, major heavy rains, major ice storm. Pretty much Mother Nature's going to try and kick our ass in every way possible if you're in the Pacific Northwest and in that giant red swath that ranges all the way from Texas up into Pennsylvania and Canada. And so the projections continue to go up, and we are going to see some punishing weather. Now, I may be absolutely hilarious, but this ain't no joke, man. We're looking at the strong possibility for some heavy tornadoes, even for me, down in Houston, Texas. And it's another beautiful spring day here. Though, hey, if you are on the team that loves cold, don't worry. I think in like 2 weeks, we got an Arctic blast coming. And so you'll be like, hey, man, it's totally horrible winter. You know, but then it'll probably heat up again. And then we'll get 1 or 2 or maybe 3 more cold blasts. But I think it'll go super cold. Super warm, super cold, super hot, super cold. It'll be like a yo-yo. It'll be like a climatological yo-yo. But as you can see, man, it is about to get freaking nasty in a wave after wave pattern. Puerto Rico, you're still on my mind, in my heart, and in my thoughts. And the earthquake activity has lessened for now, but we got a big 5-1 in the Dominica Davis. So this region has been very active. We've had, during the 15th warning, we've had quite a bit of earthquake activity, especially near like this chain that I've been talking about. But look at the Caribbean, man. You gotta, the Caribbean islands are volcanoes. We gotta be expecting a volcanic eruption, whether it just be gassing out like it did in Christmas of 2018 or full-fledged lava. We're gonna see a lot of volcano and earthquake activity over the next 3 years. It's just a fact due to all the gas giants on the same side. But now let's take a look at these model runs together, you and I, because that cheers everybody up, even if it's bad or doomy. Now, I need to point out, I've been specifically focusing on the super heavy rain bands. Boom, okay? Now, it's gotten worse. The 2 things you want to pay attention to is the major icing here, and then the red. Notice how here, it is extremely red in the middle, which means heavy, heavy rain. And so you move that forward. Well, crap. Why do you always skip 1? Okay, so these are 6-hour increments. So that's 6 hours of heavy rain. 6 more hours of heavy rain, and you can tell the middle part has gotten a lot more red. 6 more hours of heavy rain, the rain field expands north and in width, I guess in height and width. And then we have a super heavy rain band, and the ice band is really bad. And we have a super heavy rain band. So we now have 30 hours of very heavy rain. And it's only going to move a couple 100 miles in a 30-hour span. So that's 6 hours, 12 hours, 18 hours, 24 hours, 30 hours. That is a nasty freaking storm, man. Nasty. And then it's going to have a heavy wind component all across the thing. That ice level is going to be super nasty as well. I got to find a thesaurus for words meaning nasty. I like to repeat shit over and over. Unpleasant, disagreeable, disgusting, distasteful, awful weather that is unkind, unfriendly, and unpleasant. I guess you're just supposed to stick in front of a word that's good. So like unfantastic, unsuper. And then now we're watching the storms. And if you'll notice, the same areas, the heavy areas of concern are the southeast for sure. But we're going to get a lot of weather that continues persistently. And hey, down in Texas, I'm going to get a shot at a snow day, ice day. So me and my imaginary girlfriend can go sledding. So that's great. And I'm going to have fun. I'm going to live shoot that snow day if it happens. So prepare for that in your mind. But you should be able to notice that, and then the West Coast is just going to continue to get slammed, and South California is going to get in on the mix. We are going to get cold shots that lead up to hot shots. And as you have your Pacific Northwest cold, and then your Caribbean heat. And so we are in for one wild ride that is January. As your Planetary Defense Commander, I've been warning about this period, and specifically since the eclipse season on the 26th, Christmas, all the way up to the 12th. Well, I guess the full moon wolf eclipse is on the 10th, and then you get the Saturn-Pluto conjunction on the 12th. So we'll be watching out for any mass casualty events or deaths of major world leaders or famous people, because Pluto's Hades, man. Pluto's the underworld and death. And then Saturn's like a taskmaster. And I'm a total badass. Yeah, we had some big problems for a bunch of people, but this isn't our first rodeo. Over the next 2 weeks, we're looking at anywhere from 8 to 20 inches of rain for Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, South Carolina, parts of North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, Ohio, Missouri, Oregon, Washington, California, and even you, Idaho, and parts of Canada as well. And so buckle up. It is going to be a wild ride. I'm your Planetary Defense Commander. I do the best I can to do the best I can. Oh, hey, guess what? We got a new sunspot emerging in the sun's northern hemisphere. Its magnetic polarity identifies it as a probable member of new solar cycle 25. This is the second solar cycle 25 sunspot we've seen this month, continuing a trend of low but intensifying cycle 25 activity. The next solar cycle is coming, after all. And maybe I too will get to be coming into your mind and imagination about the same time. They're guessing April. Yeah, we'll see. And guess what? Electricity was surging through the soil of Norway. That's always interesting. Everybody loves electricity, especially between lovers. And we come together and you electrify me. Electricity. Okay. On January 6th, something unexpected happened in the soil of northern Norway. Electrical currents started flowing, reports Rob Stames, who monitors ground currents at the Polar Light Center Geophysical Observatory in Lofoten. This chart recording shows the sudden surge around 1930 Universal Time. Dun dun dun. Magnetic shockwave. Magnetic declination. Ground current, north-south, something or other. It seemed to have some kind of shockwave. My instruments detected a sudden, strong variation in both ground currents and our local magnetic field. It was really a surprise. NASA's A spacecraft detected something as well. About 15 minutes before the disturbance in Norway, an interplanetary magnetic field near Earth abruptly swung around 180 degrees, and the solar wind density jumped more than fivefold. Earth may have crossed through a fold in the time-space continuum. Yeah, I said that wrong. In the heliospheric current sheet, a giant wavy membrane of electrical current rippling through the solar system. Such crossings can cause these kind of effects. While currents flowed to the ground, auroras filled the sky. Beautiful auroras. Yeah, here's some electric universe shit going on here. And when you get electricity flowing through the ground, that's always weird. And could be the way our planet was terraformed. What a surprise! The auroras were sudden and dynamic with fast-moving green needles and several purple fringes. Who doesn't love purple fringes? Especially tassels. And doilies. The auroras and ground currents were caused by the same thing. Rapidly changing magnetic fields. Oh, isn't that exciting? High above Earth's surface, magnetic vibrations shook loose energetic particles which rained down on the upper atmosphere, creating auroras where they struck. Just below Earth's surface, magnetic vibrations caused currents to flow, triggering Rob Stames' ground sensors. We couldn't see the auroras in northern Norway because of the cloud cover, says Stames, a little ruefully. We had to be satisfied with the electricity underfoot. Woo! So much science. My jewels hurt. Cranky Weather Guy's blog will be linked for you in my information box. He does a great job. But yeah, this ain't no joke, man. I'm going to be in the enhanced, and some of them have like 30 to 50% chance of tornado or severe storms. So I'll be bringing that for you live, I guess. It's 3 days from now. So about the 10th and 11th. But it's going to be bad. It's going to be a bad storm, man. Real bad storm. Matthew Capucci being Capiche, live in Alabama, Mississippi, or Tennessee. On Saturday, you'll actually be able to hear the roaring low-level jet with 60 to 70 mile per hour winds less than a mile overhead. Some of the momentum will mix down in the storms. Damaging winds and tornadoes are possible. Yeah, dude, they called this thing from 7 days out on the tornado shit, so it's legit. And Perkins, this is literally the most intense storm we're going to have in 2020. The Cranksters calling a big gun. Torch De La Ian Livingston. Initial reprisal, likely the strongest of them all, including prior subsequent reprisal attempts each week for the January 14th to 28th period. January 16th, notable change. January 2022, more rooted, but it's still transitional to close the month. We're looking at the past to figure out our future. And yeah, dude, it looks pretty freaking nasty on every level if you're in that area. But the cold will come back. Winter's not over. No. Not by any means. But like I said, it would be hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. It'd be like a yo-yo beanbag in the sky. And that doesn't make any sense. But I'm going to stand out on my roof like Lieutenant Dan if the tornado comes at me. Yeah, we'll see. All right? Okay, I'm the T, and this has been your afternoon report. Hope you have a great day. Everybody prepares. Stay positive. It is going to be a weird-ass week. I believe that I hit the target on warning everybody about this period, and it has lived up to the billing. So I will continue to do a fantastic job, and you please do the same. God bless everyone. Stay cool. Cool. I just added an L in there. That was unnecessary. Peace out. Hit the button, baby.